Hello and welcome to The Inquisitive Crafter. I'm Katrina Stewart from Crafty Jacks, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about our brand new sock yarn. So this yarn has been a couple years in the making. It started off by me having a desire to create or find a non-superwash, non-nylon sock yarn that was really durable and great for socks, but also great for accessories and other small projects and even some sweaters. So after a bunch of research and looking at what was currently offered by my suppliers, I couldn't find anything that sort of fit my needs. And so I started looking at fiber blends and trying different things and spinning them and knitting samples and seeing what I liked. I finally landed on a lovely blend of BFL and kitten mohair. And I knit a couple of pairs of socks out of it after spinning it, and then I loved it, so I had a couple of friends spin and knit socks out of it, and they loved it. Their feedback was that it was really durable and really, really lovely to spin and felt great on their feet and were really warm and cozy. So I was like, okay, great. So I found a mill in the UK that could make this yarn for me. And initially, I sent some specs to them and they sent back some questions, and so there was some back and forth, and I explained to them that I was trying to match the specs that I got from my hand spun. So they said, well, why don't you send us a sample and we will match the specs to your hand spun. I said, great. So I shipped them off a sample. They got back to me about a week later, and what they took from that was how thin the singles were, what the twist angles were, and how it was plied. And that is what they based the structure of the yarn on. So this is as close to giving you my hand spun as I can. So we have named this yarn the Heartfelt sock, and I've got a few colors dyed already, and I'll have more ready for next week. This yarn will be available on our website likely around September 28th. It is launching first at Knit City next weekend, so September 24th and 25th at the marketplace. So if you're local to me in Vancouver, BC, this is the first place that the yarn is going to be available, and then it'll be available on our website on probably the 28th of September. You just need a few days after to get it all logged and up onto the website. So this is what it looks like. It's got a lovely halo to it. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to have spent so long on creating this project, and to finally have finished yarn is a bit like a dream come true for me. So we'll have lots of colors available at Knit City, and yeah, that's the new yarn. I've also just received a couple of samples knit for me by some lovely ladies, so I thought I'd share those with you today as well. So this first one is a shawl, and I'm just reading my notes, so excuse me for looking down, but this is Tales from the Isle of Purbeck by Anna Roden, and I'll put a link to the pattern below. This took almost 2 skeins of Au Naturel, and you could easily do another repeat. It's very adjustable for size, and it's got lovely drape to it. The lace has held open really well after blocking. You can see it's just a really beautiful, lovely shawl cowl that you can wear, and it is warm. I won't leave it on for too long because it does get very, very warm. So this was knit for me by Aja of Pebbled Fox Studios, and I will put a link to her Instagram below as well so that you can see her thoughts on the yarn as well. And so she has a Ravelry page where she shared her thoughts on the yarn and what it was like to knit with. And yeah, I'm really pleased with how the lace has blocked on this, and the stitch definition in the stitches outside of the lace as well. So that is the first one. And then these were knit for me by Jean, and Jean knit, the pattern is based on Simple Skip Socks by Adrienne Wu, and they are really lovely simple socks, but they've got a really lovely skip stitch in the pattern, and so you can really sort of see the stitch definition that you get from like almost like the cables and things like that. And so these are socks. You can see that they've got a really lovely drape, and when you can feel them in person, so both of these will be available to see in our booth at Knit City next weekend. And so they will be there for you to touch and feel and sample, and hopefully you will love this yarn as much as I do. So that is a little bit about our brand new yarn. Like I said, it is going to launch at Knit City next weekend, which is September 24th and 25th, 2022. And then it'll be available on our website probably by September 28th. I will add a link to the description below as soon as it's available online. But if you have questions about it, please send me questions. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing whoever comes to Knit City next week and sharing with you about our yarn in person. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.